Welcome. This is a preview of episode 6 of Anomalous America, Utah. We're going to jump right in. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for being here. Hope to see you all on Tuesday. By Jordan's Banks, Utah, 1891. The Great Pilgramage to Mecca in Salt Lake City. Nobles of Zion hitched their camels to the wall of the temple. The oasis beside the Jordan kissed the black stone, land of milk and honey, most exclusive in the world, the fort and the mountain. By the banks of the Jordan, the sheiks of El Jebel camp in fair Zion. Story of their pilgrimage. From Mecca they hail and cover their heads with fez and moisten their lips with fizz. The special train conveying the nobility of El Jebel Temple, Denver, arrived in this city yesterday morning, and their sheiks pitched their tents at the Hotel Knutsford. Potentate F.M. Bishop of El Kalab Temple, with a number of the nobles of Zion, joined the pilgrims at Provo, where a sumptuous feast and many hospitalities were extended to the visitors during their brief stay. On arriving in Zion, the pilgrims shook off the dust from their sandals and sat down to the refreshments prepared by host Holmes. The afternoon was spent in a go-as-you-please style, the sheiks hitching their camels about the walls of the great temple, and squatting on the ground exchanged many strange stories of their pilgrimage across the desert to the oasis beside the Jordan. Others were seen riding about the city in the modern vehicles, which caused the derisive infidels to exclaim, "Who be those strange men in little red caps?" Which made the men of the noble lineage smile at this jeering of the emblem of the Kaaba, while they uncovered their heads of the Turkish fez and kiss the ensign of the black stone. At 5:30 o'clock, the pilgrims sat down to an all-dressed dinner, the flavor of which was delightful to their nostrils, and they ate it with zest and rejoiced greatly. In the oasis they found a land of milk and honey, with liquids that sparkle and fizz, making all the nobles dance in joyful ecstasy. At 7:30, potentate S.A. Shepherd proceeded with his nobles to the Masonic Hall, where a large class of novices were initiated into the mysteries of the shrine. The class included some 40 persons from Salt Lake City, Ogden, Evanston, Pocatello, Haley, Butte, and Helena. Origin of the Shriners. Potentate S.A. Shepherd, who was introduced to the Herald Scribe, Dr. Houghton, himself high in the council, kindly imparted some of his strange history of his mysterious order. "It was," said the potentate, "in the time that is past, that Billy Florence, while at the foot of Mount Sinai, was confronted by an Arab chief and authorized to establish a temple in New York City, which he was to call Mecca, to which all pilgrims should go. This shrine was established in 1876, and later on the Lula in the city of brotherly love. And so great was the favor in which they were held that cities were established in all the leading cities on and to the coast. The Kaaba originates from the original Kaaba temples, which is the inner temple of the great Mecca temple, the Sanctum Sanctorum. Pilgrims kiss the Kaaba stone with great reverence, and its miraculous effects are some of the mysteries of the shrine. The Kaaba stone is of black formation, located in the northeast corner of the temple. Known by Mohammedans are admitted to the inner temple, which contains 400 pillars built of precious stone. The order had its greatest growth during the imperial potentate of Sam Briggs of Cleveland, Ohio. At the Knights Templar conclave at Washington, there were 4,000 Shriners. In and Potentate Shepherd predicts that no less than 10,000 will visit Denver during the conclave of 1898. None but 32-degree Masons or Knights Templar can join the order, making it the most select and exclusive secret order in the world. The El Jebel Temple was the outgrowth of the ISIS at Salina, Kansas, and was started by Judge George Q. Richmond, who was the first potentate. The potentates to succeed in the line were A.B. McGaffa, M.G. Lawrence, and the present potentate, Sidney A. Shepard. The El Kala had 700 members until last evening when the establishment of El Jebel Shrine in the city relieved it of at least 40. El Kala means the fort, and El Jebel means the mountain. This is incredibly important, and here's why. The Knutsford, the hotel that they stayed in Salt Lake City, tourists should not fail to see the many attractions around this peculiar city. No description can give the secret of the charms of the Great Salt Lake. America's three great wonders: the Mormon Temple, where these Shriners are making their pilgrimage and calling it Mecca and kissing a black stone within the temple. Also, the tabernacle, revered among the Jews, and the Utah's Dead Sea. Incredibly important, the Dead Sea. Okay, their pilgrimage is to Mecca. The Great Salt Lake Temple is this temple. Why are Muslims, Shriners, calling it their Mecca? Utah's Dead Sea, camping by the banks of the Jordan. Utah, Utah. The correlations are endless. Here we'll take a little look at Salt Lake. The tabernacle, the temple, goes down 40 feet below level. The outer wall was rebuilt, and the original was incredibly ancient. Here's the Great Salt Lake and the Jordan River. And here, the copy in Palestine. The Great Saltaire that stands in the middle of the lake. Burnt and rebuilt several times. Some of the original temples. You can see these have a very distinct look to them. And some of the iconography here. Here's Nauvoo. Hieroglyphics. Very much identical with Egyptian. We will dive deep into this subject as we talk about New Granada, the pilgrimage of Mecca. Salt Lake being Mecca? The LDS Temple of the Moor Man? Cibola and the Seven Cities? The Great Saltaire? The Dead Sea? Mohammedans in Utah. More to come. See you on Tuesday.